Hello, Italian car fans. So this is an old model and I've been trying to get for quite a long time. So it came from the series here called the La Festa Miglia Emilia, and premium car collection here. Forza. These are the cars in the series here. And no price that I can see. Is there a date when these things were made? Yow Modellini or Forza. I'm not sure what the brand is, but yeah, I don't see any price, sadly. No idea. Okay, came in this box. Comes in this case, and it's screwed down here. So the Disco Volante, by the way, it's Italian, and that Italian represents flying saucer. That's what Disco Volante is supposed to mean, I guess, because of the shape of this thing, and also because this is an experimental car that was made by Alfa Romeo. They made 5 of these Disco Volantes. I believe there was only one coupe. I think all the other ones were, open-topped, roadster-type vehicles. But this is back in 1952, so, back then aerodynamics was still, well, even today it's still experimental. Look at F1. They're still trying to figure out, the best ways to get around the rules and stuff. But back here at this time frame of the 50s, they went with these, very sculptural enclosed body, and also the bottom of the car was enclosed, which you see in modern race cars. So for the time, though, it was, I guess, pretty new. The bodywork was done by a company called Touring in Italy, and they're known for making very iconic bodywork, I guess, for different Italian brands. This thing was wind tunnel tested, and I guess it was able to get up to like 150 miles per hour or close to it. It was slowed down only by drum brakes, though. Again, it's the 50s, so that would be it would take forever to slow down a car with drum brakes from that speed. But anywho, there are a couple, mostly they're fitted with, I think, 2-liter 4-cylinders, but I think later they had some 3.5-liter 6-cylinder engines in there. So anyways, a 2-liter engine going 149 miles per hour, that's pretty impressive. That's very impressive, actually, especially for 1955. I mean, I don't know if modern vehicles can go that fast. Well, maybe a 2-liter turbo would, but okay. Well, look at these photos here. It's definitely an old brand, old casting. I mean, there isn't even an Alfa Romeo badge here. They have the general look of it, but there's none of the triangle isn't here. The exhausts are just black. So definitely some effort is missing from this brand, but I think this model was probably less than $10 when it was new. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was like $5. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, general proportions seem, well, you know what? You notice that this is bulging out a lot. Here it's just more like almost a straight line, so that's definitely off. Let's try this view here. Yeah, it's definitely very bulbous here, whereas this is not. So, not the best modeling by whoever modeled this vehicle, but until someone decides to make this vehicle in 1/64 scale again, I think this is really the only choice. Well, maybe it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if Hot Wheels or Matchbox did this, but I don't think they would have clear plastic headlights, or, well, possibly they could do wheels. Well, they would have exposed axles, I guess, for the kid safety. Alright, well, looking at this model, you can clearly tell there's some paint rash right there. So that's too bad. It's red. It's a die-cast. It happens a lot. Some silver paint. I think maybe the model's so old the paint is flaking off, or it just wasn't applied very well. This side's a little better, but not great. It's like pitted, The tires are kind of slab-sided. They don't have the curvature like in those photographs. They don't bow out like balloons. Alright, but I do like these headlights. Yeah, the clear insert's always better than paint, I think. And then yeah, these graphics do look close to the shape of those photographs, and they are tampos, they're not decals, so that's good. The bottom, yeah, so there's a whole bunch of text. So it's great, we know what car it is. That's good. Tire treads, they look like classic tires. It's press fit together though, so repairs, modding would be difficult. It does roll, not really smooth though. You don't want to run this down a Hot Wheels track. If you intend to win, you wouldn't with this one. I don't know what this is. It's not on the real photograph. Maybe it's like a pop-open vent or something like that. And it's also on this side too. Would it be a wiper blade? No, that can't be wiper blades, right? I don't know. But it's strange to have these two weird bumps. It is cool that it's got a silver steering column and a white steering wheel, and then the seats are just black, but you'll notice the back here, this trunk area, is painted red, or it's a red plastic. It's hard to tell because the molded windows are so distorted. So it's nice to see that extra color in there. Yeah, see the steering wheel. That's good. Alright. So, definitely by today's standards, not a really great model. But I'm just trying to guess, this thing was probably very cheap when it was initially made, so I'm okay with it. Let's get a couple other models to compare to. So I have an earlier Alfa Romeo by Kyosho. This is the Alfa Gran Premio Tipo 159 Alfetta, and this was running around between 1949 and 51, or hold on, what's my stick? 1946 and 1951. So I think this is like a Formula One car of its day. And then another Kyosho is later on. This is between 1961 and 1965. It's the Giulietta Sprint. Giulietta Sprint? I don't know how to pronounce that stuff. Okay, so that I can see a more family resemblance. Okay. I have this Bentley from the same collection. This is a 1929 Bentley 6.5 liter. So 1929, quite a difference. And my very first model from this brand is this AC Ace Bristol. And I think these were running around between 1957 and 1963. That one's got even worse paint rash. On the trunk, it's horrible paint rash. Okay. So, it's nice to know that this brand, Yow Modellini, made such random vehicles, such classic vehicles, which I think are quite beautiful. But unfortunately, I don't think they made any other cars. I think this little five car collection was all they ever made, or at least on eBay. I don't see any other thing saying La Festa or Mia Emilia or Yow Modellini. So the company came and went. Maybe it was all unlicensed. Yeah, that's a possibility. It could have been unlicensed. So they made their batch and then they took off. Alright, well anyways, I'll get the other ones from the collection someday, and hopefully I'll see you around for those videos. Alright, bye.